Imagine stepping into like a really bustling boutique in London or New York. The door chime rings, a clerk walks right up to you, and suddenly your mind just goes totally blank.
Oh, the classic traveler's panic. Yeah, we've all been
The
there.
language barrier just hits you, right?
Right, because the environment is new, the language is unfamiliar, and, well, the pressure is instantly on.
Exactly. So today we are doing a deep dive into a beginner's survival guide to navigating that exact scenario, shopping in English.
Which is so important to get right.
It is. And because these core foundational phrases are just so crucial, we're actually going to do something a little different today. We're going to intentionally slow down our usual pace.
Yeah, we really want to make sure every single phrase lands clearly for you, especially if you're a beginner, so we can absorb how each one works sociologically.
Right. So the foundation of this entire experience actually has nothing to do with spending money.
No, it really doesn't. It starts the exact second you walk through the door, when you need to establish, physical and mental space.
Which happens the moment the clerk approaches you, right?
Exactly. And the key phrase to deploy right away is, "I'm just looking, thank you."
But wait, let me ask you this. Doesn't that run the risk of sounding, a bit dismissive?
To someone who is just doing their job.
Yeah. Like it feels a bit blunt when you say it out loud.
Well, it might feel that way to a beginner, but it actually acts like an invisibility cloak.
An invisibility cloak. Oh, I like that.
Right, because by attaching a polite thank you to a very clear statement of intent, you give the salesperson a culturally accepted cue to just, disengage.
Which instantly removes the social pressure.
Exactly. It gives you the mental room to actually breathe and browse the store.
Okay, so you establish this polite boundary, which then lets you safely move on to the pure logistics.
The fun part of shopping.
Right. Figuring out the price with, how much is this? And, testing the fit with, do you have this in a smaller size?
Or simply asking, can I try this on?
Yeah.
Which obviously leads you to the fitting room.
Where the real reality check happens.
Yeah, you usually emerge from there with one of two distinct conclusions.
Right. Either it is a bit too big,
which signals to the clerk that the search continues.
Or you find the ultimate victory. It fits perfectly.
And that realization, finding the perfect fit, it completely changes the entire power dynamic.
It really does. You shift from a passive browser to an active buyer, especially when money finally enters the conversation.
Right, and that shift requires an actual change in your vocabulary.
Like what? What do you say?
Well, at the register, you use the phrase, "I'll take it."
I'll take it. It's very decisive.
Exactly. It uses this decisive future tense action that signals to the clerk that the browsing phase is definitively over.
Okay, but what if we hit the actual transaction and the price induces major sticker shock?
Then you say, "That is expensive." Followed immediately by, "Can you give me a discount, please?"
Okay, wait, let me push back here for a second.
Sure, go ahead.
Isn't asking for a discount incredibly intimidating? I mean, especially for a beginner who is already struggling just to navigate a brand new language.
Oh, asking for money off feels like a massive leap.
It does. I'd be terrified.
It is a leap. But what's fascinating here is the psychology behind having a memorized script.
How so?
Well, a polite, preloaded phrase like, "Can you give me a discount, please?" actually removes the anxiety of the moment.
Oh, because you aren't, expending cognitive energy trying to construct the sentence under pressure.
Precisely. You just deploy the tool you practiced.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, it shifts the learner from feeling like a vulnerable tourist into an empowered, active participant.
Right. You are actively engaging in commerce, not just accepting whatever price is handed to you.
Exactly. And then you simply wrap up the logistics with, "Do you accept credit cards?"
It's amazing how mastering just a handful of these deliberate, step-by-step building blocks can guide you through an entire interaction abroad.
You really don't need absolute fluency to succeed.
No, you really don't. A few core phrases just unlock a surprising amount of freedom.
They give you a solid framework to rely on when the pressure hits.
They do. But, it does leave you with one final thing to ponder as you pack your bags and prep your vocabulary for that bustling boutique.
Oh, what's that?
Well, now that you have the exact English words to ask for a discount, how do you learn the unspoken cultural rules of where you are traveling?
That's a great point.
To know if haggling is actually acceptable in the first place.